And when Paul had gathered a bundle of sticks and laid them on the fire, there came a viper out of the heat and fastened on the land. And when the barbarians saw the venomous beast hang on his hand, and they said among themselves, no doubt this man is a murderer, whom though he hath escaped the sea, yet the vengeance suffered not to live. And he shook off the beast into the fire, and thought no harm. Howbeit they looked when he should have fallen face down suddenly, but after they had looked a great while, he saw no harm, and come to him. They changed their minds and said that he was a god. And the same quarters were possessions of the chief man of the island, whose name was Publius, who received us and lodged us 3 days courteously. And it came to pass that the father of Publius lay sick of fever and a bloody flux, to whom Paul entered in and prayed and laid his hands on him and healed him. So when this was done, others also which had diseases in the island came and were healed, who also honored us with many honors. And when we departed, they laded us with such things as were necessary. And after 3 months we departed in ship of Alexandria, which had wintered in the isle. These Silas, Castor, and Pollux. And landing at Syracuse, we tarried there 3 days, and from thence we touched the compass, and came to Rhegium, and after 1 day to the south, and the wind blew. And we came the next day to Puteoli, where we found brethren, and were desired to tarry with them 7 days, and so we went towards Rome. And from thence, when the brethren heard of us, they came to meet us as far as Appii, Forum, and 3 taverns, whom when Paul saw, he thanked God and took courage. And when we came to Rome, the centurion delivered the prisoners to the captain of the guard, but Paul was suffered to dwell by himself with a soldier that kept him. And it came to pass that after 3 days Paul called the chief of the Jews together, and when they were come together, he said unto them, Men and brethren, though I have committed nothing against the people, or customs of your fathers, yet was I delivered prisoner from the Jerusalem into the hands of the Romans, who, when they had examined me, would have let me go, because there was no cause of death in me. But when the Jews spoke against it, I was constrained to appeal unto Caesar, else that I had ought to accuse my nation of. For this came, therefore, I called for you to see you, and to speak with you, because that for the hope of Israel I am bound with this chain. And they said unto him, We neither received letters out of Judea concerning thee, neither any of the brethren that came showed or spake any harm of thee. But we desire to hear of thee what thou thinkest. For as concerning the sect, we know that everywhere it is spoken against. And when they had appointed him a day, there came many to him into his lodging, to whom he expounded and testified the kingdom of God, persuading them concerning Jesus, both after the law of Moses and all the prophets, from morning till evening. And some believed the things which were spoken, and some believed not. And when they agreed not to among themselves, they departed. After that Paul had spoken on the word, well spake the Holy Ghost by Esaias the prophet unto our fathers, saying, Go unto the people and say, Hearing ye shall hear, and shall ye not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and not perceive. For the heart of this people is waxed gross, and their ears are all hearing, and their eyes have they closed, lest they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them. Be it known therefore unto you that the salvation of God is sent unto the Gentiles, and that they will hear it. And when he had said these words, the Jews departed, and had great reasoning among themselves. And Paul dwelt 2 whole years in his own hired house, and received all the things that came unto him, and preaching the kingdom of God, teaching those things which concern the Lord Jesus Christ, with all confidence, and no man forbidding him.